Hey YouTube, it's Halon Poisoning. I just want to show you something really quick. Well, it probably is going to really take a while knowing me, but I just want to show you my really weird bedroom layout right now. Yep, this is my bedroom. And you're probably wondering what happened to your dresser and what happened to all my furniture. Well, what happened was my mom, I guess, was very insistent that somebody named John really needed it for their kid or someone. I don't really know the whole story, but my mom was very insistent that I give it to him, and I guess if they really needed it, so I was nice enough to give it to him. And the other thing is, I mentioned this about a week ago that I might be moving in with my grandmother, so I've kind of had a lot of stuff packed up, and so I just want to show you just the really weird layout that my room is right now. I'm going to start over here with my bed. What this is the guy said he didn't want the mattresses or the box spring, and the box spring, you can't really see it, it would help if I turn the light on. The box spring is right there, and it's just gonna go out to the garbage because it's all rotten. As you see, it's all busted up right there, which the thing is almost 10 years old anyway, so it's probably about time that it goes out. I'm gonna put it out on trash day, although not like there's really anything wrong with putting it out now, because how things typically work in this neighborhood is if you put anything wooden out, like old fencing or whatever, we have neighbors who have these big burn barrels who will go look for that kind of thing and they'll burn it. And they've been known to burn other stuff that they find too. I live in kind of redneck heaven. But what this is this is the mattress off of my old bed, the one with the headboard and the turtle on it. But then I also have the mattress off the turtle under there too. Can't really see it because I have all this stuff over it. And originally I was just going to throw the turtle mattress out, but I was looking at it and I was like, for this thing being 10 years old, it's really not in bad shape at all. So, I decided to use it to prop this thing up. And as you see, I got all my stuffed animals on it. My stuffed horse Kato was just thrown back there, but there's all the other ones, Maui, Mayu, Snowy, Peep Rabbit that Anthony gave me, Clover Fox, and all my pillows and stuff. Yeah. And my mom's been trying to get me to take this queen bed that I guess belonged to her and Dad off her hands, but admittedly I really don't want the thing because I actually like sleeping in a small bed. I know it sounds weird, but I sleep in kind of an awkward position. Like I typically will put my back up against the wall and then swing my legs over the side like this. By the way, these leggings were something I got at Claire's last year. And that's how I sleep. It's really hard to do that on a queen-size bed, and even though I'm over 6'1", that might surprise y'all. Here's my little Lasco fan that I use, and then here's a really cheap particle board end table that I have. I just got some books and a thing of cars and just other little things. There's my little knick-knack. This thing is unbelievably cheap. It's just made out of particle board. Originally, one of my coworkers named Demas was looking for an end table, and I was going to give him this one, but I don't think I'm going to do that, because you can see it's just coming apart right here, and like this top could really be just thrown off of it. And over here at the bottom, it's all rusty right there. See all that? All that just came off of that. It's really bad over here. I think this belonged to a roommate of ours, probably that Lori lady who was living with us about 3 years ago, because this just sat out in the loft collecting dust, and I've got other things under there, so it's definitely not coming with me. I'm just gonna throw it away, because it's holding okay for now, but I really don't think it's gonna survive being a move, although more than likely this would probably go to recycling, because it's metal, and the recyclers will take anything metal, and then the wood piece, if it came apart enough, again, neighbors would probably take it and burn barrel it. Something else funny, I got a little bottle of Winn-Dixie hand sanitizer that I have no idea when I got it, because I haven't shopped at a Winn-Dixie in almost 2 years. This is my little thing where I just keep little things I might need, like a Sharpie and a flashlight and stuff. There's Vala's urn, and there's a pair of Audio-Technica headphones that I know Vinyl Eyes said he really liked those, and my brother got me this pair for my birthday back in 2016. Here's my little sippy cup thing that I have in bed because it's got water in it, because I have to drink a lot of water. It's nice to have that. There's actually a little strap that also goes with it, but I never use it. Here's a fun little magnetic hourglass thing. See, it's magnetic. And if you look, there's all kind of makes a little urchin thing. All my cards. I think this was something that one of my little cousins made a long time ago. And here's a table that I robbed from our back room. I think this was my Aunt Susan's, or somebody's. It looks just like one we have out in the loft that is going to be thrown away pretty soon. That we got at Big Bear before they closed down back in 2004. That was when we were living in Ohio. And but this one's stained up real bad. It had wax spill on it and had no luck getting off. Hey, Penny. And we've never had any luck trying to get it off, but this top is plastic, so it's probably so it's just junk anyway. They said that one's meant to only seat two people. This one's meant for 4, and as you see, I've got all my stereo equipment, like Pioneer receiver that I need to fix one of these days. One of the channels is dead and the tuner cuts in and out, but it's probably just a matter of capacitors and resoldering. There's a Kenwood turntable. I don't know what's wrong with it. For whatever reason, one channel is not working on the thing. I don't know if it's this thing or the receiver I was using it on, because it's possible the phono input might have a problem. There's a JVC tape deck that, for whatever reason, on deck B, one channel is really staticky when it's in playback, and the little Dolby selector switch is broken off on it, but that's an easy fix. But I don't know what's wrong with deck B. I'd really like to get it working, because it's a nice tape deck that Anthony gave me a while back. There's a little Canon photo printer. These are some Samsung speakers, and yeah, I drew that little cat face on them. A GE selector thing, Kindle Fire. That's a little Bluetooth speaker that I got for my birthday from Brookstone, the store. My mom got it at Brookstone. There's a Centrex 8-track player. And then here's my jewelry box that I've had for like ever. Just keep necklaces and bracelets, and it's very full. And I also keep little rings, in these, which most of these are just little cupcake rings that I have no idea why I held on to. Cables and things. There's my trash can, all my work stuff in my purse. And there's a box of just random decorations, including the big boa that I had thrown over the dresser. little things I keep. Nail polish and lotions. There's where I put most of my stuffed animals, was in that tote. These two totes right here are filled with art supplies and electronic supplies. This one has some picture frames, and then this right here has gloves on top of it. When you pull it apart, though, there's all my fire alarms I showed y'all, like my 3 Proprietronics pull to release halon station, and there's the Allen wrench, the remote strobes, and the 7002T, and just other fire alarm related stuff. The 2 Furbies you saw a few years ago. There's my little box of toys, and there's the Carabiner Simon I showed you about 2.5 years ago. I clipped it on the side right there because it seemed like every time I would accidentally bump into the toy basket, it would always beep. But funny enough, I have the other one in there, though, and it doesn't have that problem. A memento brick I got at school a long time ago. This says mostly cassettes, CDs, a few 8-tracks. A lot of it's audiobooks, though. The bottom is where I keep all my hats, and then even some other necklaces that would not fit in the jewelry box. Pillow, TV chair. Here's the Brocksonic TV that I showed in another video. Panasonic VCR PV9662 down here, and there's my old PlayStation 2 from when I was a kid. I rarely use it because I don't play video games, but I do have it, and I do hang on to it just to have a game console, and here's all the games for it. Really haven't, you can see what I have there. But it's been like, last time I got a video game for this thing was in 2008. But I hang on to it for whatever reason. This is where I keep a lot of my snacks and things. And there's some cat treats. No, I don't eat cat food, contrary to what some of y'all might think. I do keep those in there for Lacey when she's up here. That's where I keep perfumes and stuff. And there's also a head cleaning VHS. And I don't know what this USB cable's doing in there. To be honest, I don't really wear the perfume myself. I usually spray it on my clothes and then put it away. There's my bag of DVDs up there. And then these 3 are filled with VHS tapes. And they're all sorted by rating. Like G and PG is in this one, and as you see, it's absolutely full. PG-13 in that one, and R-rated in that one. And then over here, and there's Grumpy Cat, and all, oh, that little tote with the cross on it I got at confirmation several years ago. Are all my clamshell VHS tapes. I just keep them over here because they wouldn't fit in the totes. And so you can see what all I've got right here. Got some pretty good ones. Like, I like this movie Tall Tale and Scooby-Doo. Not all these are necessarily clamshells, though. Just some kind of oddball shaped ones. Like, here's Shrek. But as you see, the tape just only comes out only takes up part of the box. The other is blank. I don't know why they did it like that. Probably just to put more on the cover or something. It's coming open, but I'll deal with it later. And I have some bad ones too, like The Chase. That's like a really bad movie. Computer bag with my laptop in it. This is where I'm putting all my clothing right now. In here I keep like my socks and that kind of thing. These 3 are mostly filled with books and audiobooks. You know, both print and audio. Or did I say 3? I meant 2. I don't know why I said 3. This just has random stuff in it. It's actually it's not all that full. This here I mostly was keeping plastic bags in, although you see some reusables and a few knickknacks like that I made. It's all kind of messed up, but at the same time, still keeping it. These 2 totes I actually got at Publix. A couple days, or no, it was yesterday I got them, and because they're buy one get one, and they're really nice to have. I'm always needing more of them. And then there's some stuffed animals right there. There's that little butterfly wand toy that I showed several years ago. I don't have the batteries in it because every time I would bump this thing, it would go off and be really annoying, especially when the batteries were dying, so I just took them out. And that's a front cover off an old Sony speaker that my friend Anthony and I destroyed a long time ago, but I kept the cover because we drew on it and stuff. You see a little stuffed moose I even put in it. And then here's my closet. Yes, that's a door hanger I made. Alice in Wonderland poster. This closet is definitely where you kind of see where I'm cluttered. Like, there's my guitar right there. That's a wicker poster that I made almost 10 years ago that I kept meaning to give to somebody. But I meant to give it to an organization and I never did, so I just have it now, and I guess I'm just gonna end up keeping it or whatever. Suitcase. And just ignore what it said. These are 2 bags are going to Goodwill. A couple of Sony speakers down there. There's a Carlsley record player and some records. That's going to Dad's house. Some more tapes, blank media. That's an old RCA camcorder. I might see if I can get it working one of these days just for the fun of it. There's a tripod down there and then an easel. I don't know what that folder is. It might be something from school. Like this bag I know has a bunch of stuff from my high school in it. All my games and a few necklace kits and stuff like that. Up here is a Panasonic tape player that I need to resolder the battery compartment in. There's a scarf. And all my clothes. Yes, my mom has a tendency to throw these hangers that you get at stores away, but I always reuse them because they're free, and I mean, they, for the most part, can do just fine. Stack of VCRs. This Sylvania one's dead. I might play around with it to see if I can get it to work. It has a blown fuse, so I'll have to figure out which shorting in it. There's a Sanyo one. I'm just gonna scrap that out because something's wrong with the video head, and it had been a problem child. And a Emerson, really a Funai, but it works fine. There's the Dance Dance Revolution mat to the Dance Dance Revolution game that I have. Some old TVs. There's that Emerson TV I showed y'all in a video a while back. There's the Gold Star that I also showed. I think I'm just gonna throw it away because just because I don't really think there's much hope for it. The buttons are broken, and I didn't try to buy a universal remote, but I don't think it's worth it, seeing as how the front panel's in bad shape. I'm actually surprised that I think it may have actually been thrown away for a legit reason, because I noticed the jacks on it act up too. They're very loose. And yeah, I could sit there and try to rebuild all that, but why? I mean, it's corroded. I don't know how long it had been outside when I got it, but yeah, so I'll probably just throw it away, and it's just something else I'd have to carry with me anyway, and it's not like I could really find anyone who wants it, because let's face it, the old CRT televisions really don't sell well. I mean, I might have some luck with my Broxonic one, because I'm thinking of giving it away, especially because I have the remote for it. And so I might, and it has the DVD player on the front, so I might have some luck with this one, but something like the Gold Star I really doubt. And then there's a Zenith Space Command TV that somebody gave me at work because she was going to throw it out, and I was playing with it. It seems to work fine. I don't know what I'll do with it. That Funai is going to my dad's house, by the way. There's a sleeping bag and a coloring pad. Those are all my home videos. Well, our family videos that were made when I was young. A couple other VHS tapes I might just give away. That white box right there just has lanyards. Those are some more reusable bags, and there's a glasses case sticking out. Thesaurus, dictionary, which I needed a thesaurus, and then one of my teachers was getting rid of some stuff, and the vocabulary builder. So I just took that. And, oopsie. And by the way, this clothes rack, this is probably also going to get kicked to the curb when I move out, because it's okay to keep clothing on it, but it doesn't, it's very unstable, so I don't trust putting something like that receiver on. I'll need to come up with a creative thing of how I can set all this up in here. My mom said she's gonna give me back the desk that was mine a really long time ago, because the one I had in here, I got it when I was 12 from my father, but by the time I was 14 I couldn't even use it at all anymore because I got so tall. And there's that little singing chihuahua thing I got at Walgreens a while back for a discount. And but there's a much nicer one that I used to use before then that my mom had to use for a while, and that was when I was in that small bedroom. And by the way, if you're wondering about about me mentioning when I slept next to a wall and in my old bedroom, of course my bed was centered, you're probably wondering how I slept, and I just had, ignore that squealing noise, that's the heater, something's going on with it. What I used to do is I used to have to take a bunch of stuffed animals, put them to one side and huddle the side like that, and that was kind of tricky. I mean, I could sleep, and I can deal with sleeping in a larger bed for a very short time, but in the long run I really would rather not. And so I got excited when I moved into this room. I was finally going to be sleeping next to a wall again. And I really don't want to go back, especially because at school, in my dorm room, I slept next to a wall. Really, the only piece of furniture that's probably going to come with me to my grandmother's is I might take this table, I don't know. But the TV stand will definitely come, but if I can find a home for this TV right here, I will. And I'll probably use the Zenith one or something. Even though it's much smaller, it'll be fine. And here's my bathroom. It's still quite messy. Toilet room and stuff. There's my clothes basket, and there's a water bowl that I keep in here for Lacey, although it needs refilled, and I got kicked back there for the time being. Sink and stuff. It's an X-Acto knife that I sometimes use, that I've used, but it's kind of just been thrown there. And by the way, just a warning, this was the mouthwash that my dentist suggested to me a while back, but it is so nasty. Like, oh my god, I cannot stand the taste of this one. But that was what he suggested to me, so I'm like, whatever. Because I get pretty, I've already dealt with plenty of cavities, and I'm only 19. Here's the mirror. This was actually a mirror my dad gave me. It's kind of splotchy. And here's me. And my phone. This is a Hello Kitty toothbrush that I had a coupon for. It even lights up. And stuff. It lights up for 2 minutes. To let you know. And it stops lighting up when you have, after 2 minutes. It's kind of to help with kids, to make sure they're brushing their teeth all the way. And this sink right here is a draining problem, so I've never used it, and right now everything's just been kicked into it. All my makeup and lotions and stuff. I get more of this stuff than I honestly go through. Like, I don't even know how long I've had some of this. There's my little Emerson boombox that I use in here sometimes when I'm showering and I'll listen to music on that. And of course all these are just filled with like medicines and lotions and stuff like that. And down here I keep toilet paper, cleaners, and then there's a little foot bath thing. And yeah, so that's my bathroom that is still messy. Need to clean up in there. So that's kind of how I've had to just lay everything out now that I gave all my furniture away. I've been trying to figure out what exactly I want to do, because I really don't think I want to take that queen size bed. Our roommate is using it, by the way, and she's sleeping right now, so I'm not going to show it to you. And plus, that's her room anyway, so I don't know if unless she doesn't really seem to care if I go in there, but I usually don't, just to be nice. Yeah, this is my bedroom here, and as you see, it's not messy like it had been, and, you know, for the longest time, you know, some people have called me a hoarder, and sometimes I was wondering, I guess to a degree, I kind of can be. I am very selective about what I get rid of to begin with, and how I get rid of, because in my opinion, society is too wasteful as it is. There's probably been plenty of things that have been thrown away that people could have used, and I mean, we're just such disposable people these days. I mean, I always say, and I mean, especially with something like time, like I was saying, I value time more than I value money, because once you lose time, you cannot get it back. And I mean, when you send something to the landfill, you can't exactly get it back either, although you can replace it, but time can't even be replaced, so, you know. But I'm that selective about, you know, items too, and I've been better about this lately, you know, because this is another way I'm kind of choosing to deal with the depression I have, is just because I think that might have been part of why I got so disorganized in the first place. But, yeah, so like I said, this is what my bedroom looks like without my furniture. I've been debating on just buying another frame for this mattress, just get another twin size bed, because my other one had a 300-pound weight limit, but honestly it probably had been pushed to that a few times, because I weigh about 170, and sometimes I would have friends or family over and we would sit on it, and a lot of them would weigh around as much as me, maybe a little under. So, but because both of these mattresses are still good, I feel like I could save money by just buying a twin, but at the same time, maybe I could upgrade to a twin XL or a full, but a queen size would just be overkill for me. A full, I mean, unless I was sharing it with somebody, and that's a different story, but if it's just me, I really would prefer just to sleep on a small bed, so yeah. As for a dresser, people say that ones that do not have a mirror on them generally have more space, but the reason I would like one with a mirror on it is because I tend to clip things around the mirror, like this boa. I would clip things onto it and just clip them around the mirror, and I think it looks really cute that way too. And so that's why I would hope to get one with a mirror or something. Anyways, this is my bedroom when it's after having all of my furniture given away, and kind of how I'm living right now for the time being, and just kind of updates and craziness. I am Halon Poisoning, and I'm signing out. Have a good night.